Hello and hello, hope you're doing okay. Chocolo Roberto here for Stash Watch episode 94. Yes, almost at 100 now actually. Wow, getting there very quickly. Yeah, hope you're doing okay. Yeah, Stash Watch basically, for those of you who don't know, so I'll look at what I'm going to review hopefully in the next coming weeks. Some new goodies I found basically in shops and stuff like that. So we'll be going over those today. Yeah, so I used to I'd go over all the things in the backlog, but basically it was just too much, so so I only do them sporadically now, every now and again when I get some new stuff, and that's where I'm at today. And as you probably guessed from the thumbnail, there are plenty of Easter products out already, actually, and which is madness, and has been since before Christmas, actually, and it happens every year now for the past, well, at least 2 years, I would say, and it's pretty staggering. But then when you consider that Christmas products are coming out in, I don't know, the end of September nowadays, if not before, maybe even August actually, it's not really a surprise that you get Easter stuff. As I say, sort of this side of the New Year, if not this side of, well, the old side of Christmas, I guess. I don't know what you'd say, before Christmas anyway. Yeah, so there we go. Interesting one. I have seen Cadbury's cream eggs, but I've reviewed Cadbury white cream eggs. They are out again, by the way. So if you did miss them last year, Cadbury white cream egg, they are out again. And I saw caramel as well, Cadbury caramel cream egg, regular cream eggs, of course. Hi there, Alan. Great to see you. Yes, great to see you. How are you doing, Alan? Yes, how are you today? Did you have a good Christmas? Yeah, I did. Thank you so much, Alan. Yeah, I did. I don't know why your picture's not appeared. Sometimes it seems to play up these picture things, doesn't it? But anyway, see if it'll appear this time. No, never mind. Maybe it'll appear in a bit. But yeah, I'm not doing too bad, thank you, Alan. I had a good one, thank you. Yeah, and how did you? Did you manage to polish off the Yule log? What did you think if you did the Aldi one? I remember you saying that to you. We should got the dome cake as well, but to be honest with you, I think the Yule log was the better option. The dome cake was a bit more of a sort of I don't know, a showstopper, I would say, but I think the Yule log tasted nicer all in all. The dome cake had a sort of a more gravitas, I guess you'd say, or whatever, presence, but I think the Yule log was definitely the way to go. So I think you got the right one, and it's a third of the price as well. You look, it's just you described nicely balanced. Oh, good stuff. Good. So you might. Sorry, Alan, if you mentioned that in the comments. Actually, that does ring bells. Maybe you're commenting on what I said at the time. But yes, yeah, I think it was really good, wasn't it? It was just a nice, just on everything. Sometimes I find with a lot of Yule logs, actually, there's too much buttercream. It's just too overpowering, too sickly, and you end up I end up taking it off anyway because there's just too much of it. But that one certainly wasn't the case. It just had it just right, I think, even the edge pieces. So I was very happy with that, actually. Yeah, so I think it was a good recommendation from yourself there as well. Although I know it was from a review or whatever that you'd seen online. Well, I think wasn't it the ones all the newspapers or something were touting as the one to get this year or something like that. But anyway, yeah, it was really good. I thought it didn't look anything special, did it really, from the box? It just looked quite regular, like as in a sort of just a normal one. I was expecting like a sort of like a deluxe, ridiculous packaging one or whatever, but it wasn't, which is quite nice as well in itself. It wasn't over the top or anything like that. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that, really. Yeah. Speaking of yes, ones you might be interested in, I think I'm sure you mentioned this one. Maybe Scotty did as well, actually. But yeah, I managed to see it today. It's the last one in the shop actually in B&M, the cream egg bar. Yes, allergen difference apparently. Yeah, so they'll do the allergen difference edition. But yeah, but you can see here though. Look, it's all just. Looks to be just all the yolk part of the cream egg. I don't know if that's the right word to do, but it does say all goo, no egg. Now, I don't know what that means particularly. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means it literally doesn't contain egg, or if it's sort of hinting at the fact that there's no white of the egg in there. I'm not really sure, but you can see clearly from the picture, it doesn't really look like a cream egg the inside. So interesting on that one. I'm quite looking forward to trying it. Yeah, it should be quite good. 123-gram bar. Oh, there we go. It actually says there. What's it say? I think it might just be the allergen stuff there. But if it will zoom in, yes, all goo, no egg. Okay, not all varieties Cadbury cream egg have the same allergens. So this product does not contain egg. Okay, there we go. Other Cadbury cream egg chocolate products contain egg. All right, so there we go. So that's the gist of it there. But it does look like there's no white of the egg there, doesn't it? The cream egg, which is interesting. Yeah. Strange to put allergen difference so prominently. Yeah, it is really. Well, I guess it's because, like we were just mentioning there, it's the fact that it's different from all other cream eggs. So I guess they're just worried that if you have this one, thinking all other ones are the same. But yeah, it is a strange one, isn't it? It's unusual. I can understand why they're doing it, I guess. Now I've seen the blurb on the back. But it is. But yeah, it is. I don't know. Yeah, it's a funny one. It's strange as well that this one's different. Why is this one not got egg in it? Why is the other one? I don't know. Well, it's obviously a different recipe there, so there might be a different taste in this one. I don't know why that is. Why they changed it? If it's got cream egg in it, surely it's cream egg, not something else, So I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of that really. But I guess if it tastes the same, but it's an unusual one. I'm quite looking forward to trying that one out. I think in the cream egg bars in the past, I don't know if it's been hit and miss. I always prefer just a cream egg really. I always find that the you know, the sort of, I don't know, what do you call spin-offs, I guess you'd say. I always find that they're not quite as good, you know, like the twisted ones in Cadbury Heroes and stuff like that. You know, they're just not quite as good. I've always found. So I've always preferred just the actual cream egg. So we'll see if this one's as good. I'm sure I did review the bar not long ago. Was it the twisted bar or something? Let's have a look. Let's have a see. I always have to forget. Could have been some time ago. Let's have a quick check. I'll just type in egg. Well, I've done the Australian one, so I did do an Australian one. Let's have a look. There's quite a few here. Typed in egg. There's loads of stuff. Loads of things coming back because I've done lots of cream. I should have done cream egg, shouldn't I? Let's try again. Well, there was an Australian one that I did do. That's for sure. 10 products. Yeah, it doesn't look like I don't think I've ever reviewed a UK one. I don't think. Yeah, so interesting. So yeah, should be an interesting one to find out whether it's any good or not. I think. Let's do a poll on that one. I think that's a good idea for a poll, isn't it? Let's do another poll. Let's have a see. So hang on a sec. Can I do it? Poll. There we go. Start a poll. Let's see. Cadbury cream eggs. Let's see. What do we think? Best as dot. An egg. Or other spin-offs. There we go. Let's try that. We'll see what that's. I think most. Well, I don't know. Maybe most people say eggs. I'm not sure, but we've done a poll anyway. See what happens. Yes, Cadbury cream eggs best as an egg or a bar of a spin-off. We'll see what people prefer. So maybe I don't know. I would imagine it's probably going to be the egg that wins, but but you never know. You never know. The other one actually. This is one of the last Mr. Beast ones that I couldn't find. It was the crunchy one actually. I did review the others. I was quite surprised that they were pretty good. I reckon they're just rebrands of existing products. It is quite interesting that they've only got 6 ingredients here. You know, if you consider other, I don't know. I'm not got a like for like one here at all. But let's have a look. Yeah, I was trying to see. Have we got? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think, well, here's a good example. I've got this animal bar here. I've got this one. There's Nestle animal bar. There's another one. It's a very small bar, this one. You know, not much to it. It's literally just chocolate, I think. But, you know, if you look at the ingredients list on it, I think Jow's a big, who usually comes into on the channel. So you've got, you know, what have we got? Ingredients, sugar, cocoa butter, dried whole milk, cocoa. It's, if it stays focused in, rather than trying to focus on the face, which is obviously not, not there. Okay. All right. Dried whole milk, cocoa mass, lactose, and proteins from whey milk, whey powder, emulsifier, lectins, flavorings may contain tree nuts, and all this on the other. So this is just literally just chocolate, and it's already got at least 6 ingredients in it. Well, this one's you know, so there's something about that, you know. Let's say this is I assume it's just chocolate, but it's definitely got more. It's got, you know, emulsifiers and all sorts in it. But this one, I'll say, just has 6 ingredients in. You know, so milk chocolate and puffed rice are 2 of them. So, you know, yeah, so it's quite, you know, interesting. I think it's an interesting one. It's not what you'd expect from the bar, you know. I don't think you're expecting a sort of this kind of, I don't know if it's healthy is the right word, but, you know. But there you go, you can see here, vanilla powder. Vanilla powder is one of the ingredients as well. So cane sugar, cocoa butter, chocolate liquor, liqueur. So there you go. So, all right, so interesting anyway, interesting. So there we go. Yes, hello there, Rick. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, Easter. What is this nonsense? Yeah, I know it's already, isn't it? It's crazy, really crazy. Well, I was just saying I've got the Mr. Beast Crunch Bar. Not really an Easter product actually, but it's the last one of the 4 bars that I missed. We'll just talk about the fact it's only got 6 ingredients in, which is not bad really at all things considered. But we do have the one you probably would be interested in, the cream egg bar. Look at that, Cadbury cream egg. Yes. So it's got no actual egg in it, as it's saying other cream eggs might have. But you notice there's no white on this cream egg representation there. So interesting. I don't know whether that means it's just golden on the inside or what. I don't know. But it's strange that it looks that way. An interesting one, but quite excited for that one. I don't think I reviewed I think it was a Cadbury Dairy Milk or whatever twisted bar in the past, which is a sort of representation of Cadbury cream eggs in chocolate bar form. But I did read the Australian one not too long ago. Must have been from roughly last Easter, so an interesting one, that one. And of course the animal bar, I think, which has been discontinued, hasn't it? So there's a load of these in B&M. This is a UK one. So yeah, so I've never actually reviewed it. It looks quite small. I think it's just literally milk chocolate, but interesting one all the same. Yes, I got that one, so that's been discontinued apparently, yes. Yes. What's the Easter poll? What's the calling for me? Of course I chose. Yeah. Yeah, what's it going on at the moment? Let's have a look. Yes. So, well, yeah, the egg's winning at the moment, that's for sure. I thought it might. But yeah, it is right up your street there for Rick, for sure. But we've got the white chocolate East cream egg out again, I just mentioned before, this year. So it's back on the shelf. No, it's no competition. Usually it was like if you find a white egg, or if you're on a half milk, half white egg or something, you'd win £5,000 or something like that, or some prize. But this year it's just a regular one, so quite an interesting one. But I just wait for the Bourneville one. I just want a pack of 3. We get a dairy milk one or a milk chocolate one at least. White chocolate one and a dark chocolate one. I think that'd be great. Yes, I do admit that the taste of the eggs have changed a bit over the year. Have they really? Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I've had them a few times. I think I prefer them now than I used to. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's just me that's changed or whether I'm. I don't know. I was often a bit. I found I was a bit disappointed with them in the past. When I've re-reviewed them, gone over them again, I've actually preferred them a bit more. But I do believe, I can believe that they probably generally perhaps got worse or something like that. They don't normally get better to do these things, but there we go. On the shelves now, yes, it is. Yes, yeah. Basically, before Christmas, there's like it'll be like a smaller shelf essentially in the supermarkets and things. But yeah, so they're back on the shelves now. Yeah, so interesting one. So that's where I got the last. Cream egg bar, so quite lucky there really. Got the last one. I think surprised that one. I didn't see him in another. It's B&M I got it in, and I went in another one the other day and expecting to find it, but I didn't. I don't know if it was in a special shelf somewhere else. And I almost missed this one actually. But I got a few Easter products as well. I got another one. Mostly got. I think I reviewed this last year, but I'm going to review it again because I think there might be a new recipe for Milky Bar. So the mini eggs bar. There we go. Yeah. There we are. So this is a new one out, so another one out again for this year. Looks very, let's see, sort of Milky Bar used to have a sort of beige. Well, it used to be coloured this colour really, like white chocolate, but now it's very white. Interesting really. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, so that's. I think I might have already reviewed that one, but I couldn't take the chance. I'll get it while I'm there, and this, that, and the other. So I might actually re-review Milky Bar as well because I'm not. Do have one actually, but yeah, apparently it's a new recipe someone's mentioned in the comments, so I might give it a try, see if it's just as nice as it used to be, or whether it's changed or not, so we'll see. Yeah, bit of an interesting one. Fresh batch of eggs though. Yeah, can you get them where you are, Rick, in South Korea? Can you? I know you've I don't know if you can get them, but hopefully. Yes, Roberto, that people in the UK don't put their real eggs in the fridge. Yeah, I think. Well, I do. Yeah, I don't know if most people. Well, I don't know. Well, I can't speak for everyone. I don't know, Rick. Actually, to be honest with you, but yes. But I put mine in the fridge. Yeah, I do put mine in the fridge. Yeah, I do put mine. But you don't buy them in the fridge when you buy them in the supermarkets. They're not refrigerated. So I don't know if you have to. Maybe you don't. I don't really know. Actually, I've not read the actual storage instructions, but I've always put them in the fridge. Yeah. But whether you really need to is a good point. Cause, yeah. So when I buy them. When in the UK at least, they're not in the fridge, so I don't know. Yeah, an interesting one, that one. I don't know what to make of that, but yeah, but I always put mine in the fridge anyway, but yeah, maybe people don't. Yeah, interesting one. I know you shouldn't put bread in the fridge. I believe it actually makes it go off quicker if you put it in the fridge. Yeah, you never get them there, so you're furious. Oh, yeah, it's a shame, that really is a shame. Yeah, it's well, I think what's worse as well is the fact that you're so close to other countries that do get them or have some kind of representation of them, like Australia and even Japan by the looks of it from your other things. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, just it must just be just that little bit too far, No, yeah, what a pain. But then didn't you get 20 the other year as well, although they didn't last you more than 20 days, I don't think. But yeah, you don't need to keep them in the fridge. Yeah, I don't. I assume you don't actually. Well, now you've mentioned it, because I say when you buy them, or at least in the UK when you buy them, they're not refrigerated. They're just just on the shelves. So I assume you don't need to actually put them in the fridge. But I've never read the box to see where it says in storage instructions. To be honest with you, I would just always just put them in the fridge. But yeah, so there you go. Interesting on that one. But yeah. Well, someone in the vote has said a bar of a spin-off about cream eggs. So there we go. So yeah. I feel like the majority might well be preferring the egg version, but you never know. You never just know. For some reason, there's only Cadbury Bubbly. Yeah, it's a funny one, that one. You don't really get Cadbury Bubbly in the UK much anymore. I think it was a replacement for Cadbury Whisper when Whisper got discontinued for whatever reason. Yeah, and then you might still be able to get. I think it was basically a rebranded Milka bar to an extent for the UK, because I think Milka did a bubbly, a Luftly, I think it was called, German for bubbly, I think, bar. So they just rebranded it for the UK, and I think I think it's Mondelez move. I think they thought we'll just make things simpler and get rid of Whisper and then just have the Dairy Milk bubbly or whatever, but it wasn't as good, basically. It wasn't as good. So yeah, so I don't know if because Whisper's back, I don't know if you actually get it anymore. It was slightly different. It was more the aeration's a bit more like aero size, a bit bigger, basically. So yeah, interesting one. That interesting. Yeah. Yes. Well, speaking of aerations, maybe sort of. We've got these Cadbury, these Galaxy creamy truffles. Now I think they did a hazelnut one last year, but I don't think I reviewed it. I think I had it to review, but I just didn't get round to it. So. Well, I don't think I've reviewed these ones, but they do look very nice. Creamy truffles, definitely reminiscent of the truffles from Celebration used to years back. I know they've sort of done a few truffle products recently, Galaxy actually. So I might have reviewed these ones already, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, just in case I have got them. The bag is literally half empty. I don't think you can see in the light. And it's just full of air, it literally goes up to back here. It's over half empty, and this bit at the bottom, don't forget, is a false bottom. So there's only like probably a third or a quarter of the bag full, Yes, so you get in Aussie Bar, so most are local, the passion fruit one. Yeah, basically I get them from B&M normally. Yeah, it's a shop here. They often sell imported Australian products essentially. Yeah, so that's where I got that one from. So they did a cream egg bar last year as well, which was imported from Australia. So a lot of them are Australian imports there, and they do quite a lot of variety there from Australia. It has to be said, it really does. Hello, Adam. Yeah, it was yourself, wasn't it? I was going to say because there's a couple of Adams basically on the channel, so I'm always a bit worried I'll pick the wrong one and get them confused. But yes, great to see you, Adam. Hope you're doing okay. Yes. And so I've got the new bar basically. I do have the new bar. I'm going to give it another review, and I do get the mini eggs one as well. But it definitely changed the packaging also, which I'm not sure if I like it or not really. I guess it'd probably go on you, but one of those. Yes, hi by the way. Yes, good to see you. How are you doing by the way? Hope you're doing okay. Did have another good Christmas by the way. Hopefully you all had a good time. It's gone over very quickly, hasn't it? New Year as well soon, is it? New Year's Eve tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, just checking. I forgot what the day was then. Yeah, so still got 1 day left, 1.5 days left. But yeah, 2024, unbelievable. And hi there, Scotty, how are you doing? Great to see you. Yes, how are you doing? Lovely purple chocolate bar there. Congratulations on that yet again. Yeah, and I hope you're doing well, Scotty. Are you back from Lithuania now? And did you have a nice time? If so, yes. And did you get any good chocolate products over there? Yes, everyone, happy Easter. Yeah. I still don't know why your picture's not appearing now. I do apologise for this. I don't know what's going on there. Sometimes it does appear, sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know what's going on there. Goodness me, but yeah. Geez, had a couple of quick anniversaries in the supermarket. I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it, the Easter stuff. But as we mentioned before, Christmas stuff comes out about 4 months early. So they just can't help themselves, can they, really? It's madness. But yeah, I know exactly. Emojis to sum it all up, I think, there, Alan. Yeah, exactly. Oh, had a quiet Christmas. Yeah, it's one of those. I was a bit the same. Were you back up with your family, Scotty, or did you... Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly. Are you back up all the time now in Scotland? I can't quite recall now, Scotty. I think I've lost track of where you are now. But yeah, I'm glad. Quiet Christmas is always good, I think. Nice to have a bit of a relax, isn't it? That's for sure. Mine was relatively quiet, just with family, things like that. So yeah, not too bad at all. Yeah, basically, unless they've changed the UK recipe to the same recipe they use in Europe for Galax. So all their white chocolate has the same recipe, but it's not quite as good now. Yeah, it was a good bar, Nestle Milky Bar, has to be said. So, yeah, a bit of a shame that one if that's the case. I mean, we'll review it again. Hopefully, well, it's one of those. It's one of those whether if you knew they'd not change, if you didn't know they'd changed it, would you notice it? And that's one of those, isn't it? So, but when you're looking for it, I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? So I'm intrigued to see what I find out basically. So hopefully I get to review it in the next week or 3 anyway. So yeah, so it's one of those. I'm cutting down a bit at the moment, so my reviews might be a bit. Well, I've still got loads. I'll still publish about the same, but whether I'll review as much behind the scenes is actually get through them all is another matter, I think. So I used to do about 6 reviews a week at one point. Whether I'd actually publish them all is another matter, but I'm probably down to 2 or 3 at the moment. Maybe 4 if you can count the members review. And so it's one of them. But yeah, interesting one there. I mean, it makes sense that they've, I guess from an economic point of view that they kept make the recipe all the same. But it's a shame that they've changed it that way round if it's for the worst one, but presumably worse meaning cheaper. Got by yesterday. Picked up a few goodies from the supermarket. Anything of note, Scott? Anything Yeah, or is it just all, difficult to remember? Very much Lithuanian products. Or was anything interesting over there? Any distinct flavours? But hope you had a good time. Was it nice, Scotty? Hope you had a good one. Hope the snow wasn't too deep. Speaking of Milky Bar, I saw these ones actually. I don't think I reviewed these. I was almost going to overlook them. Milky Bar Festive Friends. But I thought they were just going to be solid white chocolate, but it's cream white chocolate filling with crispy pieces. So I thought that'd be quite interesting. You can see this the off-white colour here, can't you? And this is the usual colour for Milky Bar, but you can see the difference. So they've gone to this sort of like very white, or grey white. No, it's not white, but it's not a sort of white, not a beige anyway, whatever this is. So you can see the difference here. So this packaging next year will probably be more akin to this one. So I'm not sure what to make of that. I think I sort of prefer this one, but then I guess maybe this one looks a bit more modern. I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it, where it's like Galaxy, where when they changed from having their sort of matte, creamy looking sort of wrappers to this this white one. I didn't like it then, but then this one looks a bit more modern now, so it's a difficult one. Yes, looking forward to the Lithuanian chocolate. Yeah. Oh dear, yes. Have to be interested. I don't think I've had any Lithuanian chocolate before. We had snow today, but the short-lived. It's all gone and raining. Yeah, we just had rain non-stop. And there's a tornado in Manchester a couple of days back apparently. Goodness me, we did have some bad weather. Yeah, bought some Lithuanian chocolate. Also got some Carl Fazer and some Ukrainian chocolate. That's interesting. Can't go wrong with Carl Fazer, that's for sure. I believe I might have a contact in Finland sending me some Finnish chocolate, so we'll see about that. Boa tardi, everyone. Good afternoon, I believe. Yes. I hope. Good to see you, Joe. Good to see how things going for you. I was just mentioning before, actually, about yourself. Just saying about this bar here, Mr. Beast Bar. I think got 6 ingredients, and I knew they'd be a fan of that. And despite the fact it's got crunchy bits inside, I was looking at this animal bar as well. The fact that this is a very small, just milk chocolate bar, but it's probably got more ingredients than 6. Let's see what's it got. Sugar, cocoa butter, dried whole milk, cocoa mass, lactose, and proteins from whey milk, whey powder, emulsifier, and then flavouring. So it's got, so so I mean, these ones are quite surprisingly. I mean, if you're one of those people that, as I say, is looking out for not eating too many additives and things, and these bars seem to definitely be the. I don't know, they were pretty good as well. I was quite happy with them actually. The ones I've tried so far, Any New Year's Eve plans? Basically another one with the family, basically. Yeah, so quite looking forward to it. It should be quite nice. Yeah. How about you, Rick? Anything special? Anyone else got any nice New Year's Eve plans? It's always I'm never a big fan of New Year's Eve generally when it comes to going out and things. It's always very expensive. It's very cold, dismal. Everything costs too much. You never have a great time. It's always just, I don't know. So I don't really tend to do much so far as going out on New Year's Eve these days because it's just always a disappointment. It's always just a horrible, not a very nice time. At least from my experience, I've never really enjoyed it. So yeah. Yes, I got to say, was it 60-40 now on the poll? Yeah, so 60% prefer an egg, 40% prefer bar or spin-off as far as cream eggs are concerned. So interesting ones. Closer than I thought. Yes. I taste tested an old and new Milky Bar. Side by side difference obvious. The old one has 37.5 milk powder. The new one has 26%. Goodness me, that is a big difference. Yeah, there's a big difference, that isn't it? Wowza. I mean, that's not a subtle change then, for sure. Yeah. Well, I'll give it a taste. I'll see. It's one of those. Hopefully it'll still be nice. But it is a bit of a shame that Adam. I think, yeah. I don't know. I wish they wouldn't do this. I guess it's one of those, isn't it, where they try and sort of save money and things. And sometimes you think, well, should you be changing classic recipes like this? I mean, Milky Bar is a pretty classic. I would say it's a classic white chocolate bar. I don't think there's many. Well, I think it's one of the best ones out there, even though it is, a sort of mainstream chocolate bar. I really do like it. So, yes. Hope you're doing well. Yes, no, I'm doing very well, Joe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope you're doing good too. Yes, mildly expected. It snowed slightly on day 2, and then I was leaving and it was raining. Okay, so that's not too bad then. Maybe you avoided the worst of the weather then. Maybe, and also if it was snowing quite a lot, you might have trouble getting back. So yeah. Quite new if you're looking up back into work till the 8th. Well, that's not bad at all, Scotty. Yeah, good idea to take a couple of weeks off. That's for sure. Yeah. And I said, rumour has it on Instagram, there's a new Milky Bar Buttons flavour coming out in 2024. Raspberry Ripple, that sounds nice. Half the button is white and half the button is pink. That sounds interesting. Well, I did sort of do that with the snow bubbles this year, didn't he? When he made it, was it candy cane flavour? Well, it wasn't really candy cane at all, was it? But he had half red, I think. Although it looked half pink on the wrapper. So I wonder if they're just sort of doing the same thing there, you know. I don't think it was Super Vegetarians, that one. But interesting one, yeah, interesting. Hopefully we'll taste the Raspberry Ripple. And hopefully it'll be nice, yeah. Well, I'll keep an eye out for that, Adam. Thanks for the tip off there. That does sound good. That does sound quite interesting. Let's just hope they don't mess it up. It's what's on the inside that counts. I think this. Well, you know, this is it with the chocolate stuff, isn't it? I mean, it's. I don't know what to make of all this stuff really. I've been looking into this sort of what do they call it? I keep forgetting what it's called now. Ultra processed food and stuff like this, where they've got all these various additives and ingredients, things like this. And basically, most things are ultra processed, you know. So it's really really hard to sort of avoid it actually. And the only way you can really avoid it is by making stuff yourself, because almost everything has got all these additives and other things in it. And you know, there's sort of statistics to say it's not good for you because they, you know, not necessarily in themselves, but they tend to be accompanied or associated with overeating and things like this. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it all, but it's very hard to avoid it really. So when you see, you know, so these Mr. Beast products, actually, I think it's a bit under celebrated or under appreciated that it's managing to do it with just 6 ingredients, and you know, especially when it doesn't need to. You know, it's one of those that's probably aimed at kids, really. You know. Right, Pagale is the main chocolate brand. You used to be able to get some in Pagale in Poundland here. No, I say okay. I don't think I've heard of it. Well, I can't remember it anyway if I've seen it before. Interesting that. Interesting. Is it owned by anyone, Scott? Is it owned like by Nestle or Mondelez or anything like that? Lime was also brand which is from Latvia. Okay, interesting. It's good that they've got their own stuff then. That's for sure. That's really good. That really good. Yeah. Yes, I like the brands that get by a few ingredients. Yeah, I knew it was one for you, Joe. I remember always on the lookout for that kind of thing. Yeah. For staying at home for Hogmanay. Yeah, one of those, isn't it? One of those, I think. One of those. Yeah, I think I can definitely appreciate that, especially when the weather's so bad. My work is 2 weeks off. 3 days in each week comes with annual leave entitlement. No, that's okay. Yes. Ah, okay, right. So they kind of give you, so you're off anyway, but they take out the annual leave. Well, you know, it's a nice time to have off, I think. Yes. And then on Instagram, so there's a new Aero Melts flavor, a Neapolitan, those flat discs. One is regular milk chocolate, one is all white, one is pink, and it's strawberry. Are these UK ones then, Adam, or would they be Australian imports or whatever? Because I know in Australia they do quite a lot of wacky flavours. So I wonder if they'll be, you know, hopefully nice if they are UK ones and they're starting to do something a bit more different. But interesting, yeah. It does sound interesting, that. You know, yeah, I'd say it reminds me of the Australian dairy milks that they did not long ago. Obviously, it's not. Obviously, that's Cadbury. You know, the Neapolitan one. Then they did a mint one, the same one, Top Egg Mint they called it. But yeah, I was seeing hazelnut bar that's coming out soon. Hey, Aero hazelnut. You would have thought they would have done that a long time ago, wouldn't you? But I don't think they've ever done one of that before. I guess it's not hazelnut flavour, isn't it? I guess it's not going to actually have hazelnuts in and stuff like that. Yeah. I noticed in your Twirl honeycomb Australian review that Carmine was listed in the colours. That's the beta-derived red colour, yeah. Well, the centre was on orange yellow. Well, it was a distinct yellow, yes, it's it, yes. I mean, I've noticed that in a few things before. So I think that was in the snow bubbles, whatever it was, the candy cane snow bubbles. Things that basically, yeah, it's all that. What's the other name for it? I forgot what it's called now, the other one. But we've seen a few of these. There was shellac in, another ingredient, which is essentially the same thing, I think, for all intents and purposes. What was that in? No, that was in another one. Or was that actually in the Twirl honeycomb one? I can't remember now. But anyway, yeah, there was one, it was a recent one. It might have been that one, actually. But I remember putting like a little comment saying shellac was in it, wondering what it was in. But could have been that, or maybe it was something else I did recently. Review in the past couple of weeks, anyway. Can't remember what that could have been. Maybe it was that, because I can't see anything else that it could have been relatively recently. But either way, yeah, so crackers. But yeah, you wouldn't expect it, would you? That's for sure. Yes. Yes, another couple of now. I've got a couple of other ones, actually. I'll come to them in a minute, Have you been to Eastern Europe? Is the cost of living really cheap? I've never been to Eastern Europe before, actually. But I think it's cheaper. I assume it's cheaper, but I could be wrong there. Scotty might be a good one for that. Hogmanay, yes, that's basically New Year in Scotland, isn't it? Basically, I believe, although I could be wrong again. Yes. How do you think of going away again? Oh, goodness me, Scott. All right, for some. Where are you thinking of this time? Yeah, the UK coming out 2024. That's really good. Guy on Instagram will leak stuff. He's usually reliable. I remember other people mention this guy on Instagram. Interesting. Yeah, interesting that. Interesting. You remind me very much of a guy who used to be in a Choc called Andrew Winton, Adam. He's very, I don't know, you'd get along well with him, I think. You're definitely, I don't know, yes, just, I don't post the same sort of types of comments for the details and things like this. But I've not seen Andrew for a while now, so I don't know if he's been reborn as you, I'm not sure, but yeah. But good to have all the detail, good to have that inside knowledge as well, so interesting that. That's very close again at the top. Yeah, look at that, 57.43%. Whether cream eggs are best as an egg or as a bar or other spin-off. So yeah, very close. It's closer than I thought, actually. Very close. I thought people would just prefer the basically the traditional one. Yeah, Scottish word. There you go. Yes, big thing in Scotland. 2nd of January is public holiday. It's actually it's actually the 2nd of January then. Well, I don't know actually. I must admit, I should know. I didn't find Lithuania that cheap. Some prices to the supermarkets here. No, it's Lithuania in the euro. Yeah, I don't know if that's a euro effect thing. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, Cochineal, that's the name I was thinking of. Yes, Cochineal. The beta-derived red colour is known as E120. Cochineal carmine or carminic acid, yes. Shellac makes things shiny. It's technically vegetarian because it's the insect secretion, but not vegan. Okay, interesting that. Yeah, interesting there. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Thanks for that detail there. Yeah. It's a weird one, isn't it? How these days, you'd think there was no need to use, especially when people don't, well, I guess it's a natural colouring, isn't it? But I don't know, you just would have thought it wouldn't be used these days, but I know. But as I say, Terry's used it in their mini eggs a couple of years back. Probably still do use it, maybe in the shells and things. And I did find it gave them a funny taste. I did, but I couldn't taste the difference in any of the things recently that I've reviewed with such things in. Interesting. Yeah, I was shocked to see Tony chocolate bars in Korea for the first time. Yes, seen the yellow packaging one. Caramel sea salt. Do you recommend it? I don't know. For some people, really like Tony's, and I guess the concept of the bar, this anti-slavery thing, is pretty good. But they seem to be selling them very expensively. Really, you're definitely paying for this. I don't know, and yeah, I don't know. I'm never blown away by them. To be honest with you, I'm not blown away by them. But I say you are sort of technically doing good by buying them. I mean, but it's one of those, isn't it? I don't know. It's one of them. I mean, would you be technically be doing better by just not buying chocolate? I just think, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on the foundation of what it's trying to achieve with its message. But interesting all the same. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say if Adam is Andrew's twin. I know, it's certainly, as well. I mean, as I say, we've not seen Andrew for ages. Maybe he'll pop up as well at some point. But yeah, definitely, well, it's good to see. It's good to have Adam here. I think definitely giving that sort of detail that we've missed. Actually, we've not had Andrew giving that sort of thing for a while. So good to have Adam on board now. Yeah, interesting. It's strange. I never hear anything about Estonia being in Europe and all. Yeah, so it's one of I guess it's just one of those countries, isn't it? I don't know. I guess it's just quite very close to Russia and on that eastern side. No, it's basically sort of that sort of block of countries, isn't it? Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, I guess perhaps Finland maybe as well. Yes. Okay. Well, yes. Yes, in euro now. Tend to find the countries don't use the euro in Eastern Europe cheaper. Yeah, I think basically there was a thing, wasn't there, where they just said they just basically swapped the currency symbol, whereas the euro, things were basically ridiculously more expensive. €1 was, well, let's say €1 is whatever, but their old currency was something like either 10 to 10 whatever it was to €1 or something ridiculous like that. So yeah, Estonia's one of the Baltic states. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Yeah, $6 surpassed until further research. I mean, it's worth. They're quite expensive here, to be honest with you. You're talking about £3 maybe, £3.50 for a bar. They are quite chunky. Well, at least the main ones are. They're sort of a big chunky bar, sort of so big, roughly that shape. But yeah, interesting one. I think, I don't know, worth a try, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the money. Yes, 70 RPM vinyl records used to be made of shellac in the 40s and 50s. It gets called confectioner's glaze, I see. Yeah, I always remember, what's that lady? What's it called? What her name? Katie Melua. I always thought that her hair looked like melted vinyl records. Yeah, I think it's not quite like that anymore. But it was very shiny and very black. It was yeah, interesting. But maybe that's just me. Don't really go for Tony's chocolate. But vinyl records, actually, Adam. You mentioned a second ago. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, Tony's. I review it, but I don't really tend to go back for it. But I know a couple of people. There's a couple of people in the comments. Really enjoy Tony's chocolate. I think it's RM as well, and perhaps one of the other people as well. Shuri maybe. I think both of them have mentioned it in the past that they really like it. Yeah, vinyl records. Yes, it's definitely a thing, isn't it? Vinyl records again these days, and yeah, an interesting one. I always think of shellac as a varnish. I don't know if it actually is a, yeah. I guess what you say makes things shiny. I think Estonia has a similar language than Finland. Yeah, it could well do. I know Finland has a very bizarre language apparently. I think Hungarian and Finnish are two languages that aren't really like much else. I think so. I don't know. Yeah, but they are a sort of in the same sort of region. Same group of men. Yeah. So yes, interesting one really. Interesting one. Yeah, I think I know Finland you can tend to associate with Sweden and Norway, but I think it is, as you say, a bit closer to those countries really. Interesting. But yeah, another one actually. I've neglected the bars a bit here. There's no problem. It's good to chat to you all, so no problem at all. But I do have this one, 167 grams, so usually maybe a bit lighter than normal. But Cadbury Caramel Slices Caramel. Yes, I think Scotty mentioned this one. So yeah, looks a very nice one really. So it's down the slices range. I think it's just where it's layered, I think. And caramelized white chocolate, flowing caramel, vanilla flavoured creme or cream, and choc biscuit pieces. So it looks really up my street, this one. I must say, quite excited for this. Yeah, it looks really nice. Another Australian import. It's got the import sticker. Cadbury Australia. But again, it just shows just how many different bars they do. They have that passion fruit one. They've had the Neapolitan one, the top deck mint one. These slices ones, the other one, the hedgehog one or whatever it was, this slices caramel one, the caramel itself, which was out before the caramel was in the UK, all the other ones, all the various, which weren't that great actually compared to most, but they've had all the various what they're called now, not timeouts, but what they've replaced timeout to be called something else. I forgot what it's called now. We just call it breakaway, I think, isn't it? Yeah, breakaway. They had all the offshoots of the dairy milks there. Interesting one. And maybe it's Hungarian, yes. Yeah, I mean, I think Finnish and Hungarian are the two languages that are just radically different. Yeah, so maybe I think you're probably right there, Joe. I think that's probably what it is. But I think culturally though, I think Finland and the other Baltic states, like Scotty was saying, I think are quite close. The language could be as well, but I've just heard that I think you're right. I think it's Hungarian there. I think. Good, it's got caramel in. Yes, that's an interesting one. That's a good point there, Adam. It actually does have caramel in, and I think that's quite a good combination actually in theory. Whether it is in practice, I don't know. But caramel and caramel itself, I think that's something I haven't seen myself much, if at all. So I'm quite excited for this. I definitely think it's an interesting one. Hopefully a good bar, this one. As I say, I've been impressed with one, and I love the way they just keep doing these sort of different flavours and different bars. It's just so refreshing. When you're here, you just don't really get anything in the UK. You just get such, I don't know, mundane stuff. Yeah. So one of them. You have this bar Nastasia. Yeah, I think you mentioned this one. To me a while back, Scotty. I think. Yeah. So that's probably part of. So yeah, I do believe you were. Yeah. One of those, it's got so many things. I mean, the passion fruit one, I actually reviewed it a while back, and I forgot I'd not published it. And I think with the twirl thingamabobber one as well, I'd reviewed them, and they were in the backlog of my reviews. I've never reviewed this one before. I might have done, but I got it just in case. Cadbury Dream with Oreo. I got this from B&M as well. I think this is another Australian one because Dream will be Australian. Dream isn't available in the UK anymore. We've got Cadbury White now. So I think I might have had this one in the past, but I don't think I reviewed it. I'm not sure. Yes. Oh, this looks awesome. Yeah, I think you probably mean I'm assuming you mean this one. Yes. Trade you for a cherry blossom. Yeah. I was looking at cherry blossoms the other day for. I can't think what it was now. I've been watching the Great British Bake Off Australia, or the Great Australian Bake Off actually. So I think they had something. Was it cherry ripe? That's possibly what I was thinking of. They had a cherry ripe flavoured cake or something that they were doing, which is kind of like a cherry. I think cherry blossom does have coconut in, doesn't it? So I don't know. Yeah, it's like the coconut cherry combination, but it's not the same. Really, Rick, at all. It doesn't have like a big cherry in anything, but yeah, interesting though. So quite close to this, this competition at the moment. Yes, 57-43%. 1 or 2 votes could sway it dramatically. Yeah, so interesting. Interesting how close it is. Most people prefer like a bar or something, a similar spin-off. Yeah. I think B&M had Big Bar's Oreo Dream Bar in stock before. I don't think I've seen those. That's an interesting one. I did see they had a big bar of what was it? They had a big bar of that I was tempted to get. No, there's something. I almost got it, but I thought, no, I can't get it. But it was they had a big bar or something. I can't think what it was now. I think it was a mini egg bar. They had a big mini egg. So they had the regular mini egg bar, which is still quite big. The regular one's probably about this size roughly. But they had a massive, massive mini egg bar as well. With probably about 300 grams or something, whatever it is. Yeah, so very impressive. Yeah. Is that cow milk from Australia also? Yeah, it is, Rick. Yeah, this is why it's such a shame. You're so close to, not that close, I guess. But, Malaysia and Indonesia get imported Cadbury Australia goods. And you just think it's just one step away, isn't it, from getting them to, where you are. So it's a shame. Yeah, South Korea, it's a shame that really. You just think you just that little bit further, but, yeah, I guess it's just that bit too far, really. There's like the Wallace line, isn't there, separating Southeast Asia from Australasia, and I think maybe there's like a chocolate line as well that just. Oh dear, interesting that. Well, yes, another one I got. Look at this. Maybe one for Adam as well to have a bit of a So it's it's Australian one though. Milky Bar, Kit Kat. Yes, look at that. With real milk goodness, or with the real milk goodness. But it's strangely enough, I'm sure the Australian Milky Bar isn't referred to as, it says white chocolate and crispy wafer, but I'm sure the Australian Milky Bar doesn't actually have white chocolate in it, which is madness. But yes, it's very strange. I don't know if this actually does have white chocolate. I assume it has, because it does say white chocolate. So it actually does in this case. But when I've seen Australian Milky Bars, they've actually not had white chocolate in them, which is very strange. Beautiful chocolate bars today. Oh, thank you, Joe. Yeah, some lovely ones. Some very varied ones, actually. Yeah, nice selection of chocolate, to be honest with you. Yeah, nice selection. I want to try a cherry ripe. Yeah, I think that'll be well up your street, actually. We don't really get them in the UK, but I think every now and again they'll be imported, like all these other ones. So, yeah. I don't know. Oh, it's a shame. Just a shame. Yeah, see if you can find an Australian import shop or something like that. Australian chocolate. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe just a chocolate import shop or something like that in South Korea, Rick. I mean, if there was one, I'm sure they'd have loads of Australia stuff, because Australia Cadbury, they could pass it off as UK Cadbury, couldn't they? Which is kind of, what they might try and do. Yeah. I'm still to get the new UK cream egg bar. Yes, well, I don't know if you saw it, Scotty, but yeah, I do have it here. Yeah, last one in the shop as well. I didn't see it in one B&M, but when I went in another, they did have it. So very much looking forward to that. They're still producing it. I think so. Yeah, I think it's a staple in Australia. I think it's just the fact that in the UK we just get it when B&M can import it, or some other importer can. So I think it's definitely something you can still get, for sure. Yeah. I think was it this one you liked, Scotty? I think I might still try and do this for the member of you. The last one is this one, Pigs in Blankets, Mackies of Scotland. Or was it? Yes. Or was it Honey Glazed Ham? I did get both of these. So obviously. Yeah, they are the festive ones. I mean, I've probably not got much more time before I can do these ones. I have to check which ones, if I've reviewed any before. I remember you saying you like one of them. The Cherry Ripe is an iconic Australian bar. Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to go. That's for sure. So I might try and review one of those tonight, Scotty, one of those crisps. Although I do have these as well, which I think is another festive one. Yes, a Seabrook, made for pride, Aunt Bessie. Roast turkey and stuffing. Thick crinkle-cut crisps. All right. It doesn't say it's a limited edition one. Not sure if it is or not. Aunt Bessie, she makes the company makes Yorkshire puddings usually. That's what it was known for. Although you can really make those quite easily, like basically pancakes. You put them in the oven. But yeah, they made like frozen ones, whatever. Do 7-Eleven stock Cadbury's in Australia, in Korea? Yes, yeah, one for Rick, that for sure. I'm sure that you're asking Rick, not me. Yeah, so close. I think it suits the big stores to decide what gets imported. Yeah, I think this is it. I mean, B&M, I don't know, it's just a treasure trove in the UK. So it's such a good... I mean, until I started doing this channel, I think probably Scotty and probably Andrew, actually, who was speaking of before, mentioned B&M. I never really even entertained it. I just thought it was like some kind of odd supermarket, I don't know, that kind of sold a few random things. But I have a weird memory of B&M. When the first time I went in, I think someone recommended it for stuff from my flat that I was moving into ages ago. And I went there. I just remember it being like a really dark warehouse. I don't know. It's just really weird. I have this really weird memory of like just a really dark, like like just a warehouse supermarket, but with like just really dark with like lights that are just over the shelves rather than on the ceiling or something. Just really weird. I don't know. A really weird memory of it. I'm sure that wasn't how it was, but I just have a really strange memory of B&M when I first went in one. And they've totally redone that one. I've been to it since. And it's not like that anymore. They've done it up. It's definitely really brightened. It's definitely not the same place because things are just not the same. They've totally redone it. But so I can't see what it actually was like. But yeah, at the time, I don't know, very dark place. I remember it being very weird. Yeah, just felt like I was in a cave or something. I don't know. Yeah, looks awesome as well. Yeah, plenty of lovely stuff. Really nice things, actually. Really nice. So this is just a stash from pretty much the past week, really. You know what I mean? I've still got stuff to do. So I'm trying to cut down at the moment as well. It's very difficult to keep up with all this stuff, really is. But yeah, there we go. And the last one, which has been in the stash for some time, which I really want to review, is this assorted Lindt Choco wafer mix. Yeah, so dark hazelnut and milk chocolate. I think I had one of these separate. I know which one it was. I bought one separately at first. I didn't realise you could get an assorted mix of them. And it was gorgeous. I never reviewed it. I think I just ate it. I think I got the assortment afterwards. And I thought, you know what? I'll just eat the regular ones. This was about a month ago or something, and I really, really liked them. But I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, the Milky Bar Kit Kat was really popular on Instagram. Though I think we get the white chocolate Kit Kats in the UK anyway. Yeah, we do. We do indeed get the white chocolate Kit Kats. Yeah, so I guess it's kind of the same thing. Like you said, Adam, it doesn't sound not quite as exciting, is it, when you think about it that way? But yeah, you're right. Yeah. An interesting one, but it does actually have white chocolate, which is quite interesting. So it's not actually it doesn't look to be the same Milky Bar recipe, Yes. So no Scotty, no Cadbury's at all here. So sad, except for Cadbury Bubbly and a few fruit and nut bars. It's a shame. That is a real shame. That is a shame. It was honey glazed ham. There are no collector's items as Mackie's been rebranded to Taylor's. Oh yeah, I remember you saying about. I was just about to say actually when I was holding them up. I thought I remember you saying something about this. But yeah, they were all in. B&M, I think it was, had loads of them. Yeah, there were loads in B&M, so I don't know. Yeah, but I remember you saying that happened quite some time ago, so maybe I shouldn't eat these. I'm sure these are new ones for this year, though. I did buy them just this year. Yeah, June 2024. Some cars zooming past. Yeah, so, honey glazed ham. So, maybe I should sell them for £500 on eBay, but I'll probably review them. The thing is, I can't. I've got to get them reviewed, I think, haven't I? It's one of those things, I think. Yeah, it's confusing because Taylor's make crisps and Mackey's, and now they make crisps on their own brand, and some Mackey's brand crisps still seem to be around. Is the branding being phased out? Yeah, is the branding being phased out? It does look well. These aren't old stock. I don't believe these were new this year. So it looks like, I don't know. It seems an odd one. Don't know what to make of that. Unless they still use the Mackey's brand in some places, maybe in England and Scotland they've changed. I don't know, but. Lindt is seen as a posh brand. It's pretty posh here as well, Joe. It's like one of those where it's not ridiculously posh, but it's one that, definitely is double the price of other things, Yeah, it is a bit like that. I don't know whether it's really justified it, but justified for it. But you get Lindors and things, which are very, which are mainstream chocolates, but, they cost quite a lot to buy. Those sort of spherical, chocolate spheres with a sort of, a truffle centre, liquidy truffle centre, melt in the mouth centre. Very nice they are, very nice. But although I think for me just too much. I think if they were small, I'd prefer them. When they did the sort of mini Lindors, I did prefer them. Just because just less sickly, basically. Yeah, an interesting one. But yeah, plenty to review, to be honest with you. And I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I've got loads here. I don't know. Will I get through all this? Who knows? I reckon it's the packs. It's packs. Well, he's in the packaging. They're using it for seasonal flavours. Yeah, maybe, because it's what people know. Maybe they think that maybe the branding isn't quite well known enough yet, so they've for the seasonal ones. Maybe. Could be an idea. It does make sense, though. If Nestle making UK Milky Bar the same as European Galac, I wonder if they will also change Australian Milky Bar to actually include cocoa butter. Well, one of those, isn't it? I don't know whether they're, I assume, for instance, Australian Cadbury are just completely separate, It seems that way. So I wonder if that's the case. I mean, you see, because they're so radically different. I can only assume they are. So I wonder if that's the case with Milky Bar as well, you know, and the Australian equivalent. But it might not be. I don't know. But again, yeah, it's an interesting one. But I always got the impression that the Australian one definitely would be a cheaper one, if it actually isn't white chocolate at all. So you know, it's yeah, I don't know. So if they did change it, it would cost them more money. And you always thought if they're going to change something, it definitely wouldn't be to make it more expensive. But then I don't know. I'm just guessing if it's more expensive. I have no idea whether it is or not. But interesting one. Yeah, interesting. Morrison's has the Taylor's Pigs in Blankets in store. Oh, right, okay, so interesting that. Mind you, I reckon, you know what, I don't know. I don't know, interesting one. I'm not sure what to make of it. Taylor's sounds like, it sounds more English, doesn't it, basically? You know, that's the thing. It sounds like, you can imagine Morrison's, I don't know, sort of, yeah, I don't know, interesting. I should make of that. I should make of it. For me, it's a shame to change the name. I think Taylor sounds a bit generic, doesn't it? It just, as I say, it just sounds like, you know, any sort of crisp, really. Whereas Mackey's for me, I don't know, it's very, very much stood out. And there's still other things as well, like the chocolate was very distinct. The ice cream, I don't think I ever had in the end, actually, but I remember saying it was very nice. So it's a funny one, that. I don't know why they've done that, really. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But, you know, well, we'll see. But Taylor's definitely doesn't stand out to me at all. It just sounds like a very generic name. And there's, I can't, off the top of my head, typically I can't think of one, but it does sound very similar to others out there. You know, that you see, you know, that you hear about and all this, and like Smiths and stuff like this, you know. I don't know, it just doesn't stand out really at all. Oh well, we'll see. You never know. Well, I guess Walkers as well. I guess, you know. Well, the Walkers doesn't sound like a surname anymore. It just sounds like a brand. But yeah, interesting one that. Right, so let's have a look at the end of the poll. I think yeah. So let's have a see. 62-38. So yes, probably not as clear cut as I expected it to be, but definitely you know, yeah. I'm not surprised in the end with the result. I think cream eggs are cream eggs. But it's interesting that there are a lot of people out there prefer the offshoots of it. Because cream eggs are a bit much, that's for sure. But nonetheless, I still kind of think that, but I still kind of have room for them because they're so distinct. I think Mackey's ice cream and chocolate will be unaffected. I think Scotty mentioned, yeah, it was only the crisp brand, but I could be making that up. Apparently Taylor's from Perthshire, and they're a family company, and they make crisps for Mackey's, but for whatever reason, they aren't working with Mackey's anymore. All right, so basically... All right, so they made the crisp for Mackey's, made the crisp for Mackey's, sorry, and they've just stopped now. So they're just okay. So all right, so it's not quite just a rebrand. It's just well, it kind of is a rebrand, but you know what I mean, yeah. Just that they're not collaborating anymore. Yes, the Taylor's family run the crisp making. Mackey's is known for ice cream. Funny enough, I've seen an advert for Taylor's. All right, so say okay, yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I guess that does. Yeah, well, I think when Adam mentioned it before, it did remind me, or you know, that you'd mentioned that before to me, Scotty. I do, but I forgot the detail of it. But yeah, but yeah, interesting. Well, I guess it makes sense then, but it doesn't sound. I don't know. Well, you know, I guess it's the authentic name now, isn't it? I guess. But interesting that they did that because, but again, maybe just because of the branding was quite strong. But interesting that. Yeah, interesting. And the comments are a bit slow coming through today. Apologies for this if you mentioned a while back. I think they all push through at the same time, so you get like about 5 comments at once. But yeah, it's not a problem or anything, but I just feel like I'm ignoring you, so apologies for that. I'm not meaning to. Yeah, 2 of my second cousins are in the advert for Taylor's Crisp. Oh, really? I see. You have to post that on Discord, Scotty. Let's see. That'd be interesting. Yeah. I wonder if Mackey's Crisps are so popular that Taylor's want to take credit for them. Yeah, interesting that. I don't know. Yeah, well, Scotty was saying that they could be worth a small fortune now on eBay, maybe. Well, I'm not sure if they are, but yeah. The crisps are used for Mackey's brand since they were launched. Yeah, interesting. Well, I guess at least they're not changing then. At least that's quite good. You know, presumably the recipe, it's just literally a rebrand of the brand, so the true, what they should really be called. But it's strange, isn't it? It's strange that they did that. I mean, because if you had ice cream and chocolate or whatever from Mackey's, I don't know, it's not really... You wouldn't think, oh, you need to have a crisp brand as well. It's like I was surprised that when I knew they did crisps or chocolate or whatever, that they did ice cream as well. Even though I guess chocolate's quite similar. But I was a bit surprised. Yeah, I didn't think, you know, yeah, it just seemed a strange one. I didn't expect them to be into that, but yeah. Yes, reminds me, I need to post my haul from Lithuania on Discord. Yeah, please do, Scott. It'd be great to see. Yeah, it'll be great to see. And I think Nightbot's just yeah, oh no, she's talking about the member there. There is a Discord link in the description below if anyone wants to chat on Discord. Feel free. I think Nightbot might come along and mention it sometimes as well. But yeah, I don't know if it has done. But yeah, sometimes it does. There we go. There's the link there. So yes, not sure we can click on the screen for that, but there we go. It is. It is in the description as well. Yes. All right. So yeah, well, I guess that brings me to the end of this Stash Watch, everyone. Yeah, it's been a nice one. No, great to see you. Great to see you, Adam, as well. Thanks for all those nuggets of information there. It's great to have all that information. It's one of those where a lot going on, hard to keep on track of it all, but it's good to hear. And yeah, thanks, Scotty, for all your insights as well. Good to see you back from Lithuania. And let me know what your stash is like. Do post some photos and stuff like that on Discord. Great to see. Yeah, interesting one. Definitely lots of Choc coming out. Definitely lots of Choc. Do people stay awake at night at the 31st of New Year? Yeah, basically, usually for midnight at least, yeah. Most people, and have like lots of fireworks and stuff, Joe. Yeah, lots of fireworks, things like that is the gist of it. What do you do in Brazil? Is there anything? I know in some, I don't know if it's just Spain and it's gone over to Latin America, Spanish countries, do all their grape thing. I'm not sure, but I don't know what they do. I'm not sure what Portugal, Brazil type things go on, if there's any similarities at all. Mackey's is a brand as a brand is ice cream. Yeah. I think I can see that. I think from what you've said in the past, it did sound like you were of that opinion. But yeah, for me, it was it just seemed, I was surprised. I can't remember which one. I think as I first heard from you doing chocolate, I think, and then maybe crisps, and I thought it just seemed very strange, very different crisps and ice cream. But I guess it makes sense now, like you mentioned in the Taylor's link. Yeah, one of those really. Yeah, an interesting one. Yeah, very interesting really that. I struggle to say it now. We're spending New York alone. Yeah, New York. New Year alone. Yeah, it's one of the, well, you're getting old, Scott. That's what it's getting old. Yeah, honestly. But it's like I said before. It's just expensive, wet. You know, it's as you get old, these kind of things. I don't know. You've got no time for them, have you? But I think when you're younger. Great haul this week. Have a great evening and Happy New Year when it comes to it. Yes, have a yeah. Well, as I say, I might I'll be polishing up the comments in a second, so there might be a few more. But yeah, have a great New Year, everyone. It's really great to chat to you all, and happy 2024 when it comes. Hope you all have a peaceful New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and a great start to it. Whatever you get up to, I will certainly be looking to lose some weight. I need to lose about 40 pounds, something like that. So, yeah, about 20 kilograms. Just been gradually putting on weight. It's just been terrible, really. Even though I shouldn't have done, but it's been one of those. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my escapades with trying to lose weight. I lost a pound already, actually, so I'm doing maybe £1.5 pounds. So I'm doing all right, but obviously, you know, a long way to go. It won't stay like that when I'm losing half a pound a day or whatever. It certainly won't stay like that. So, but you know, when you first start out, sometimes it's a bit easier. Your body's in shock, but then yeah. Oh dear. Well, apologies if I missed any messages. They're just one of those where they might be a bit slow coming through. I think that sometimes is the case, unfortunately. But yeah, it would be good if maybe if you don't manage to do it this time, Jal, let me know what you get up to for New Year, and typically in Brazil, or maybe just yourself, or generally. I hope everyone has a great one. Yeah, happy 2024, everyone. It's obviously not quite there yet, but have a great one, as I say. Hope all your resolutions, I hope you manage to achieve them. But if not, hope you have a great evening and a great start to next year. So, yeah, thanks so much, Scotty. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Adam. And anyone else who mentioned, did anyone else turn up? I might have missed. And Rick as well, of course. Rick, I don't know if you're asleep now, but yeah. No, well, great to see you all. Thanks so much for your continued support, everyone, and all your comments and chats. Really is great to see you all the time. Really is. Oh, most people stay there awake as well, do you think? Yeah. It's one of those times of year, isn't it? You'll certainly know by the fireworks, that's for sure. Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. And thank you. Have a great weekend and Happy New Year. And you all too. Have a great time, whatever you get up to. And I'll see you in 2024. Bye for now. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.